Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by tall mountains and whispering pines, there lived a 24-year-old young man named Mario. Mario's life looked normal from the outside, but inside his heart was heavy. His mind was like a restless bird that never stopped flying. Thoughts of the past haunted him, memories of mistakes, regrets, and things he wished he could change. At the same time, worries about the future troubled him, questions of what might happen, what he might lose, and what he might never achieve. Day after day, Mario felt as though he was trapped inside a storm. He couldn't sleep peacefully, he couldn't enjoy a meal, and even laughter had quietly slipped away from his life. One evening, as Mario sat by the river lost in his endless thoughts, he overheard some travelers talking. They spoke of a wise old man who lived in a distant hill village. The old man had once been a famous psychologist in the city, known for helping people untangle the knots of their troubled minds. One evening, as Mario sat by the river lost in his endless thoughts, he overheard some travelers talking. They spoke of a wise old man who lived in a distant hill village. The old man had once been a famous psychologist in the city, known for helping people untangle the knots of their troubled minds. But in his later years, he left the noise of the city behind and chose to live in nature, among birds, streams, and silence. People said he still gave guidance to those who came seeking peace. Mario's heart stirred with hope. Perhaps this man can help me, he thought. And so, without delay, he packed a small bag and set off on a long and tiring journey toward the hills. As the journey unfolded, every step carried him closer, not just to the village, but also to the answers he sought. With each mile traveled, Mario felt the weight of his worries lighten, replaced by the hope that awaited him in the village. Finally, as he arrived in the village, a sense of belonging washed over him, reinforcing his belief that he was meant to be here. With courage in his heart, he raised his hand to knock, ready to seek the guidance he so desperately desired. As the door opened, he felt a wave of comfort wash over him, knowing he had made the right choice in seeking the old man's wisdom. After many days, Mario finally reached the hill village. There at the edge of the forest, he saw a modest little house wrapped in greenery with flowers swaying gently in the breeze. On the porch sat the old man, eyes closed, face serene, as though the world itself could not disturb him. Mario approached quietly and said almost in a whisper, "Grandfather, my mind is never still. I am drowning in thoughts. I cannot find peace. Please, can you help me?" The old man slowly opened his eyes. His gaze was calm and kind, like a deep lake reflecting the sky. A soft smile touched his lips. "So you are searching for peace," he said. "Come with me. I will give you a small task." He led Mario to the yard where a glass of water stood on a wooden table. The old man carefully filled the glass to the very brim, so full that even a single misstep would make the water spill. Handing the glass to Mario, he said, "Walk from here to the edge of the village and then return. But remember, not a single drop of water must fall." Mario's eyes widened. That's it, just this, he wondered. But he respected the old man's words and accepted the challenge. With steady hands, he lifted the glass and began walking. The path was narrow. Villagers bustled about, children playing merchants, calling out, dogs barking. But Mario did not allow his eyes or ears to wander. His attention stayed fixed on the trembling surface of the water. Every step was careful, every breath measured. He passed through noise and distraction, yet in his mind there was only the glass, only the task at hand. Finally, he returned to the old man, holding the glass firmly. Not a single drop had been lost. Breathing with relief, Mario smiled. "Grandfather, I did it. Not even one drop spilled." The old man nodded. His eyes twinkled. "Good. But tell me, on your walk, did you notice the children laughing and playing by the road? Did you hear the dogs barking? Did you see the colors of the..." Mario blinked in surprise. "No, I didn't see or hear any of that. I was only focused on the glass." The old man leaned closer, his voice gentle but deep. "That, my child, is the secret. Peace is not far away, it is already within you. When your mind holds on to the present moment, it cannot be dragged into the storms of yesterday or the fears of tomorrow. Just as you focused only on the water, learn to focus only on the now. In that moment, your restless thoughts will fall silent and you will discover the peace you have always been searching for." Mario stood quietly, the meaning sinking into his heart like sunlight into still water. For the first time in years, his breathing felt light, his chest unburdened. He bowed deeply. "Grandfather, now I understand. Peace does not come from chasing the future or fighting the past. It comes when I live fully in this moment." The old man smiled once more. Behind them, the sun was setting, painting the sky in gold and crimson. Birds were flying back to their nests. The village grew quieter, soft. Mario walked away from the little house, but he was not the same restless young man who had arrived. His journey was not over, but his heart was no longer stormy. He carried with him the glass of wisdom to be present here and now, and from that day forward, Mario learned how to smile again. Moral of the story piece is not found in the past or future, it lives in the present moment. When we give our full attention to what is before us, the mind becomes still and the heart finds rest.